Hello everybody, it's Kate here for today's Spotfire session, and apologies for running late. I've just been running a workshop and I hope you can see me because I can't see myself properly, so I'm hoping that this is all working out very well. But today I wanted to talk to you about how money and wages are not enough. That often I come across, I'm sorry there's a bit of background noise today, often I come across leaders who tell me that they pay above award wages, and somehow that this justifies not treating people very well or putting people under enormous amounts of stress or whatever. So it's sort of like, if I give people enough money, they'll be able to tolerate whatever I throw at them, and I don't think that that's reasonable or fair. And it's also not realistic to expect that people are going to forfeit their rights or agree to being treated badly just because you pay them more money. And the reason for that is that money is not actually the major motivator for most people to go to work. It is appropriate that you pay people what they're worth and their value, and if there's an award wage, that you pay the award wage. And if you want to be generous, you can pay more than the award wage, that's perfectly fine as well. But it doesn't buy you anything more than what they're already prepared to give. There's been research done which shows that if you constantly use money as a motivator, so you pay people bonuses and the like because of their hard work, well that is an incentive, there's no doubt about it, but apparently it doesn't have longevity, and the way in which you get more from people is to treat them well, which might seem surprising, but the reality is that when people feel like they're being treated well and they're being looked after, then usually you get better outcomes. So the other research shows that the three major motivators for people to go to work every day are as follows. The first one is play. So people like to be able to use their skills in the workplace. So when people are doing work that they love to do and they're getting a lot out of it, they will contribute more. So people literally go to work to play. If I'm really good at speaking to people and my job is speaking to people, then I feel like I've had a really good day at work when I've spoken to lots of people. Personally, you put me in a situation where it's attention to detail and I'm suddenly not very engaged at all and I don't want to be there. So if you let me do what I'm good at, which is talking to people, then I'm in a sense of play and I want to go. It's fun. Why wouldn't I want to go to work? It's so much fun because I get to do what I'm good at, and people love to do that. So you work with people's strengths and their skills rather than trying to force them into being something that they're not. The next second motivator is purpose. So I like speaking to people, and you put me in a job where I've got an opportunity to improve my skills in this area of play, and it aligns with my values, and I'm talking to people who are interesting and all of those things, then if the job matches my personal purpose, then that is another positive indicator of why I would get up in the morning and go to work. So if I can't do exactly that, but the next step is I get to work in a job that aligns with my values and gives me a real sense of purpose, then I want to get up and go to work. And the final part of this puzzle is potential. So say you are training to be a vet and you get a job working in a veterinary clinic, and you're assisting with operations, or even if you're cleaning up the cages and whatever, but you're around where you want to be, and you can see that by being in that environment you're going to learn skills which are ultimately going to bring you up to there. So these are the three positive motivators why people go to work. The indirect motivators are money. So money will indirectly get people to go to work. Another one is guilt. So once upon a time I used to learn the piano, and I practiced the piano because my mother said she was spending a lot of money on my piano lessons, and therefore out of guilt I would practice the piano because I knew that my mother was spending a lot of money on piano lessons. So there's lots of people who feel like they owe somebody else and therefore they go to work to satisfy somebody else's need, but they're going out of money or guilt. And the worst one is it's just what has always been. So you just go because you've always gone, that's what you've always done. You just get up in the morning, it's the routine, but there's absolutely nothing emotionally charging you to go there. It's just what you do. This is what you've always done, and you do it out of repetition more than anything else. So if we see that this is an indirect motivator to go to work, and money's there, then no matter how much money you give people, if you're not satisfying this part of the puzzle, then you're not going to get people to want to go to work. So it's just not enough to pay people extra dollars to think that they're going to then do whatever you ask them to do. And the other thing that we always need to do is make sure that we acknowledge people's achievements and we show appreciation. So we need to thank people and we need to value their contribution and say thank you. So why do we go to work? Well, this is not the main focus. This is the focus. And employers who understand why people are at work and recognise skills and value the contribution that their team make are going to get much better outcomes than just paying money and thinking that that's going to create a great outcome. So that's my Facebook Live for this week. I'm sorry I'm running late. I've just finished a workshop and I'm a bit on the run today. It doesn't always happen like this, but it has today. If you're interested in me running a workshop, if you are interested in having a one-to-one chat with me, if you want to just shoot the breeze and see if there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know. I run workshops on stress management, team building, and a whole range of different things. And I also have my Teams That Thrive program. So I've got heaps of things where I can help you. But if you just want to touch base and go, help, I'd really like to explore what else I can do to make this team work better, to create greater team harmony. Or if you're just a little bit stuck with respect to any issue, please just contact me. Always happy to have a cup of tea and a chat with anybody, because my play area is meeting and talking and working with people. All right, well, that's it for me this week. I will see you next time. Go well. Cheers. Bye.